Howdy everybody, Colorado Biker here, and well, no walking video today just because, well, it's blizzardy out, it's nasty, it's cold, it's snowing, it's 12 degrees, windy as hell, about 40 mile an hour, 30 to 40 mile an hour wind and snowing, so I'm gonna not go for a walk today. However, I am going to talk about what I promised about last time, which is the long-term food resources that you are going to need in the event, just in case of an event, and that would be growing your own food. Well, I'm not going to be growing anything outside here anytime soon, but you can always grow indoors. And just to show you this, I've been doing it for a long time. Right now, just above the sink, I have my herbs, and I have some beautiful sage right there. I've got rosemary, thyme, I've got fresh oregano, I love this stuff, and then I've also got another rosemary, different species, and then also I have kale, which I just started about a month ago. I've got some more basil, some more thyme. This right here, these are raspberry and blueberry cuttings from the bush that I got. I just recently purchased these. Now it's too cold outside to plant them yet, any of these, so I've started them indoors. And then I've also got just regular parsley that I use on a regular basis. I keep most of these herbs, I keep going in the winter in the house all year round so that I can also cook with them all the time. And then I've got a little bowl down here of some basil, especially some basil flowers that I've been drying. And then here, this is all covered up, you really can't see it that well, I have some other stuff that I'm sprouting. I'm starting stuff indoors right now, so that way when the weather warms up enough to put them outside in about a month, I'll be able to put them out and have them ready to go, and they'll do beautifully out there. This is a mesclun salad mix. This is that fancy salad mix you get in a restaurant, so I got that. And then I always have my aloe vera going. I've got the aloe vera, that's got all sorts of purposes. I've also got another oregano up here. That's a baby oregano. I started about 3 weeks ago. Then I've got other aloe veras. These are the babies from the big plants. Even that one's, you can see, that one's putting up a baby right there. So I'm gonna cut that off and clone it and have another one. And then this is my growing rack that I have. I just repotted a whole bunch of stuff. So I have all sorts of stuff here. And then I also have this little arrow garden. These things are phenomenal for doing cuttings, for cloning, and also for seeding. I've got some arugula that I just started day before yesterday. And then I've got some other stuff I'm just waiting for it to sprout. Actually, I've got one here that's actually starting to sprout, and that's some thyme. Some orange thyme, a different species. And what I have is, I have from my Patriot Supply, I got a culinary herb garden. Now what I have here is, this is the one that I use down in my freezer down below in the basement. I also have one which is all the vegetables, and I've got another one of these, and also they sell one which is medicinal herbs, which I'm going to have as well. But those stay in the freezer, and those are all sealed up, and they're going to stay in there until I actually absolutely need them. And then I also have my other container. I've got some cilantro that I'm going to be planting. I've got some Siam Queen Thai basil that I'm going to be planting. And then in here, I have my active seeds that I use all the time. This is that mesclun salad mix. I got 2 big containers of that. That's really good stuff. And then I just have all sorts of heirloom seeds in here. They're excellent. Okay, sorry about that. Got a phone call there. Anyway, back with the video. I have these heirloom seeds that I got, and these are all from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds in Missouri. They do really good stuff, really good seeds. They're all heirloom. I've got some stevia. I've got other vegetables. There's a couple types of stevia here. There's basils, there's cilantro, and they sell these really big packs of seeds. That's not just a small pack. They have huge packs of seeds that you can get, and they're all heirloom varieties. Like right here, we've got red romaine lettuce right there, but this is a massive pack. Okay, this thing is huge. So that's 1 ounce of lettuce seeds, and if you know how small lettuce seeds are, that is a ton of lettuce seeds. So we've got that. I've got more, let's see, I got more basil. I love basil, so I got a lot of that. And then I also have other stuff. I've got teddy bear sunflowers. They have about 30 different species of basil, which is why I love them so much. They do all the cilantro and all that. So this is just my working, this is just what I work out of and have going all the time. So they've got all sorts of basils, oreganos. They've got all sorts of different varieties, stuff that you won't find anywhere else. Yeah, so stuff like Mary Washington asparagus seeds. They also have some nasturtium, the flower seeds. That's for outside. They've got clover, which I'm going to plant for the deer, and that's crimson clover. Beautiful stuff too, very nice. And then here's some of the other typical stuff, but this is not heirloom, so I'm going to use that and then just grow it. So, but they have a whole variety of stuff that you can get. So I strongly recommend Baker Creek heirloom seeds, and also the My Patriot Supply heirloom seeds as well. This one has thyme, oregano, dill, basil, just regular basil, parsley, cilantro, sage, and chives. And then also, and the rest of and then I'm starting some up here. I've got to plant that this evening. So this is another one of my seed starters, and it has a little dome that goes over it, which is this right here. It helps hold in the humidity right there. So I'll put that over, and that holds it in, so that way I can start my seeds. And I'm doing this about 3 or 4 weeks before I'm able to move them outside. So like I said, I just repotted a whole bunch of stuff in the past couple days, and I'm just getting another batch going again. So, and then I have my lights up here, and then that one, and then also, so you got the fireplace going because, well, it's cold outside. As you saw, it's like 12 degrees. So, and then I also have the other ones I keep going inside. I've got another kind of basil. I have chives. We have some more raspberry and blackberry right here. More kale. I just transplanted that. That came up in about a week and a half in that arrow garden. Those things are great. And then I have another species, 2 other species of basil. And then of course for my roommate's cats, I have catnip. Wonderful stuff, and they love it. And behind there I got a pepper plant. And then I have pepper plants and more basil over here. And they're doing quite well. I've got a thyme that, well, it didn't do too well this winter. Another rosemary. And then more oregano. I got more thyme, more basil, more peppers. And here's a little hint for you. These right here, this is a scallion. These are onions, but it's a scallion. You know, those little scallions you get in the grocery store. Well, I just chopped the tops off of these and used them. And I left about an inch, or about ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch of the white stuff with the roots at the bottom. And I just planted them. This is a few months ago. And I'm growing these for seed. I'm letting them seed out right there, so that I will have seeds for them. So you can regrow stuff that you get from the grocery store. Actually, you can do it with lettuce as well. You can just take the base of a lettuce and regrow that. Then I also have a San Pedro cactus, but that's for other purposes. So anyway, but this is growing. This is just getting stuff started at the beginning of the growing season. And I'll be going at this for the next few weeks, getting everything ready to transplant outside. So, when, as part of your preps, you should really consider learning how to grow now. Starting off early. Learn how to grow before you're going to need to. Get stuff going. Learn how it, how it reacts. Another thing that you're going to need is a good water supply, and also fertilizer. You're going to need some form of fertilizer. Now, you can do it with artificial fertilizer, or you can also start a compost. If you have room to do it, you can also start composting. I have a compost pile out in the yard. I'll show you guys later that this spring. But that's where all the vegetable cuttings and everything from the house goes. So you can do that as well, and then you can make your own fertilizer. But you're going to need a source of that as well. So keep that in mind. Sometimes it might be a good idea to pack away some fertilizer somehow. So, pack it away. It's basically just a chemical, so it should last a fairly long time as long as it doesn't oxidize. So, but that's basically just the beginnings of what I do, and I've got a lot more to do, so I'm going to get back to work with planting to make sure that I have everything I want for this summer. So I will keep you guys updated, and in the meantime, remember, keep on prepping.